She survived 3 wars. She wore armor no weapon could break. But a simple malfunction trapped her inside it for 72 hours. What freed her wasn't advanced alien technology. It was a human mechanic with a toolbox. Commander Thelera of the Veilran Empire had survived 3 wars, defeated countless enemies, and earned 17 medals of honor. Yet now, standing helpless in her own ship's cargo bay, she faced her most humiliating defeat. Her armor would not come off. "How long has it been?" her second-in-command, Lieutenant Crix, asked, his 4 eyes blinking anxiously. 72 hours, Thelera growled, her voice muffled inside the sealed helmet. The ceremonial Veilran battle armor was a marvel of engineering. Nearly indestructible. Powered by bioneural interfaces designed to respond only to its wearer. It was also, apparently, capable of catastrophic failure. The armor had locked during a training exercise, its neural interface frozen in combat mode. Veilran engineers tried everything. Electromagnetic pulses. Manual override codes. Even threatening to cut through it with plasma torches. Nothing worked. The armor's AI remained unresponsive, and cutting through it would likely kill Thelera in the process. "The human technician from the trade vessel has arrived," Crix announced reluctantly. "You said to try everything." Thelera sighed inside her armored prison. Humans. The galaxy's newest species. Clumsy. Illogical. They fixed machines by hitting them and called it maintenance. But desperation leaves little room for pride. Jake Morrison entered the cargo bay carrying a toolbox, casually whistling an Earth tune. By galactic standards, he was unremarkable. No enhancements. No implants. Just a mechanic from a human colony ship. "So, armor stuck?" Jake asked, scratching his head. "Mind if I take a look?" Thelera stood rigid as Jake circled her, tapping armor plates and muttering to himself. Veilran technology was centuries ahead of Earth's. What could this primitive possibly understand? "Heh. Interesting," Jake said, peering at her shoulder joint. "This reminds me of my old car." Before anyone could react, he pressed 2 seemingly random points on her back and twisted her left pauldron sharply. The armor hissed. Seals released. Plates retracted smoothly. Thelera stumbled forward, gasping fresh air for the first time in 3 days. The cargo bay fell silent. "How?" Crix whispered. "How did you do that?" Jake shrugged. "Pattern recognition. Your armor's got redundant systems, right? When the neural interface freezes, there's usually a mechanical backup. On Earth, we call it a manual override." Thelera stared at him. Her engineers had spent 3 days analyzing quantum code and neural pathways. This human solved it in 5 minutes by treating ancient alien technology like a jammed car door. "You guessed," she said quietly. "Educated guess," Jake replied cheerfully. "Everything breaks eventually. Good engineers plan for that." Lieutenant Crix leaned toward Thelera. "Commander, perhaps we should reconsider our assessment of humanity." Thelera nodded slowly. Humans lacked superior technology or physical strength. But they possessed something the galaxy had forgotten, the expectation that things would fail, and the creativity to fix them anyway. "Mr. Morrison," she said formally, "how would you like a permanent position as chief engineer of the Veilran Empire?" Jake grinned. "Does it come with dental?" And that was how Earth's most unqualified mechanic became the Veilran Empire's most valuable asset. Welcome to Sci-Fi Stories. If you love stories of courage and mystery, make sure to subscribe and join our growing community.